Good morning, and those of you who follow my channel know that I've had a few things to say about Sony and their attitude towards cross-platform play in the past, but I wanted to revisit it this morning because, well, Sony have said some more things, and, well, what they've said hasn't exactly been what we might have wanted to hear. If we go back over it a little bit, we've heard all sorts of excuses from Sony as to why we aren't getting cross-play between the PS4 and other consoles. And these range from the tired attempt to claim that other platforms aren't safe for kids, as with Minecraft, even though Nintendo embraced it and they're the most kid-friendly platform out there, to other things like, crossplay isn't needed because there are so many users on PlayStation 4, which there are, but I'll get to that in a bit. Sony's now gone one step further though. In an article in The Independent, Kenchiro Yoshida apparently stated that playing on the PlayStation 4 was the best experience and should not be compromised. Oh, well, okay then. He actually said, on cross-platform, our way of thinking is always that PlayStation is the best place to play. Oh, okay. Fortnite, I believe, partnered with PlayStation 4, is the best experience for users. That's our belief, he said. He then went on to add, but actually we already opened some games as cross-platform with PC and some others. So we decided based on what is the best user experience. That's our way of thinking for cross-platform. As I've repeatedly said, just saying something doesn't make it true. And whether or not the PlayStation 4 is the best place to play is frankly open to debate. Certainly the PlayStation 4 can no longer claim to be the most powerful console, and the Switch has got the market cornered when it comes to AAA games on the move. Sony's only real advantage at present is in the sheer numbers of users on the platform, which they've repeatedly talked about, and in its exclusive games lineup, which, frankly is impressive. But Sony's exclusive games have no real bearing on crossplay, as people could play the exclusives on the PS4 whether Sony allowed crossplay or not. It would literally make no difference to the people who are only interested in Sony's exclusive games. Ironically though, not allowing crossplay could actually put people off buying the console in future. If they're at all interested in online gaming and want options, and who doesn't want options, the fact is that they would look at the PlayStation and think, well, I can't do crossplay. I can't play with my mate who's got a Switch. I can't play with my mate who's got an Xbox. But if I buy an Xbox, I can play with the Switch, I can play with the PC, and so on and so forth. If I buy a Switch, same. Certainly, if I was looking to buy a console right now, and I was interested in Minecraft, Rocket League, Fortnite and any number of other upcoming crossplay titles, I'd be looking elsewhere. I wouldn't be looking at Sony's console. Especially after getting burned with Fortnite, with my kid not being able to play his PlayStation only in friends. Or, he couldn't even transfer his Epic Games account from the Xbox or the Switch to the PlayStation. Or vice versa if we set up a PlayStation account first. So we were locked in, and that was Sony's choice. As they said, we think that the PlayStation is the best place to play, and we'll decide. Having numbers on the PS4 also doesn't help people if their friends are on the Switch or the Xbox, especially when there's literally no technical reason why this can't happen. There's literally no reason why you can't play on the PS4 while someone else is playing on the Xbox or the Switch. Sony even helped drive the point home when they say that they've already opened up some games as cross-platform with PC and some others, meaning mobile, I presume. The fact is, they've done it already. It can be done. They just don't want to do it with their main competitors, who they see as their main competitors. They're telling us clearly that it's not only technically possible, but that it's easy to do. But they will decide who is good enough to play with people who are on the PlayStation. And in this instance, it's usually other people who are on the PlayStation. This is arrogant in the extreme. They're telling us, the gamers, the players if you will, that we are only good enough if we own the PlayStation. Other platforms are for lesser mortals, and Sony will not stoop to allow their users to dirty their hands by playing with such losers. I mean, it beggars belief, frankly. Never mind that their players want to play with people on other platforms, the sensible ones anyway. I'm sure there's some Sony fanboys out there who are getting annoyed at me when I'm saying this. Why wouldn't anyone want to be able to play with a larger user base? Why wouldn't they? Most people don't actually care what console someone else is playing on, just so long as they can have a fun game. My kid, he couldn't care less that his friend prefers to play on the PlayStation 4. And his friend couldn't care less if my kid is playing on the Xbox or the Switch, as long as they're playing together. Honestly, I'm sick, sorry and tired of this crap from Sony. I've said it before and no doubt I'll say it again. It's their exclusives, the great games like Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War, that have put them in the lead in this generation. Well, that and Microsoft's anti-consumer policies at the beginning, back in 2013. But now Sony seem to have embraced that. They haven't learned anything from their past or from Microsoft's past. And now they're starting to behave in an anti-consumer way. Their arrogance and their repeated refusal to embrace consumer-friendly practices are starting to leave a bitter taste in my mouth. And I'm not the only one. Just look on YouTube and see how many people are fed up with this. Only the Sony fanboys are defending this shit anymore. And while Sony have already won this generation by a country mile, this utter disregard for what their customers actually want is going to come back and bite them on the arse. Sony need to change their tune, and fast. Even developers are starting to get fed up with their intransigence. And look, people have long memories when it comes to being screwed over. And frankly, at the moment, Sony owners, PlayStation 4 owners, are being screwed over. Because if you own a PlayStation and you want to play with anyone else, you simply can't. And come the next generation, if things don't change, the lead Sony has built up through hard work and good games could very well disappear. And, as I think I've already said before, it'll be their fault. But anyway, look, that's what I think about it. I think this most recent statement just shows how arrogant they are and how much disregard they actually have for the players. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments and we'll have a chat about it. You might completely disagree with me. And if you do, that's fine. We'll have a chat and we'll hash it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.